Okay, today we're going to talk about iconic Geminis. I might do other iconic signs. I know people probably don't care about it, but I want to talk about it, y'all. I want to do a video about it. So we're going to do like iconic Geminis. So first we'll start with Tupac. Tupac is like I feel like when you think of Gemini, people always, I would think of Tupac. Then there's a couple others I'm about to say that make people think of as like a top three. Tupac is like the main one. Like he's still living on. Like, yep, a lot of people consider him their favorite rapper or like him as a rapper or top 10, top 5, whatever, top 3, job, whatever. Because his influence on them. It's not like his rapping, like I listen to it, it's good, but it's not like, oh my goodness, groundbreaking. But what he had to say, like his voice was so powerful, and you gain so much knowledge from him and so much motivation and so much. That's why it's like if nobody cares, Tupac does. You know, it's like he's still getting quoted. He's still probably tagged on a whole bunch of rappers, child actors, rappers, singers. Like that's how much people love Tupac. Like, that's how powerful he was, his voice was, and how strong he stood in it. And then people be talking about Jada. Jada was his actual friend. If people, strangers, was talking about him like this, and people that didn't know him, how you think people that was actually in his life feel, and how strong he impacted them as well. So it's like people be talking about him, looks like kind of weird because y'all be doing the same thing, y'all didn't know him. But anyhow, yeah, Tupac is like, what he had to say, you know, was powerful. And you know, like when you go to people's house, they probably have a Tupac painting up, or like on his, like he'll be on somebody's screensaver, or you know, something. Like, you know, they still selling his shirts in freaking Walmart and all these other stores, like shirts with his face on and name on it. He created a huge impact, like I said, as far as his voice. Yes, his music is good, but his voice was bigger than his music to me personally. Like when you watch like interviews and stuff that he has done, it's just so good and powerful what he was saying.
We are hungry, please let us in. We are hungry, please let us in. After about a week, that song is going to change to we hungry, we need some food. After 2-3 weeks, it's like, you know, give me all the food, breaking out the door. And after a year, you just like, you know what I'm saying, I'm picking the lock, coming through the door, blasting, you know what I'm saying? It's like you hungry, you reached your level, you don't want any more. We asked 10 years ago. We was asking with the Panthers. We was asking with them, you know, with civil rights movement. We was asking, you know. Now those people that were asking, they're all dead and in jail. So now what do you think we're going to do? Ask?
So yeah, that's that. I'm not trying to talk about the people long. Hopefully I won't be rambling about each person too long. I just kind of want to mention them and like move on. So obviously him and Biggie are tied together, and then Biggie is Gemini as well. Biggie is a May Gemini, and Tupac is a June Gemini. Like, I don't know their actual birthday, but I know what month they was born. Oh, I'm going to talk about another one that is going to tie with him and both of them. I was more of Tupac listener than Biggie. Even today, I don't really listen to Biggie. I listen to maybe like his bigger hits, possibly. But not really. I don't really listen to Biggie, but I do listen to Tupac a lot. It's like you like both of them, but everybody always like one more. You know what I'm saying? It's like, like Beyonce, Rihanna, people always be like, either you're both Beyonce girl or Rihanna girl, you can like both of them, but people always be like, it's like one you like more or whatever. So it's just like the same thing with Tupac and Biggie. Biggie, like I said, he was big, I feel like, for like, you know, New York and that coast out there. Tupac, I don't know how, but he like transitioned to the South, like the South was feeling Tupac, where I was at anyway, more like, so than Biggie. But Biggie, you know, is very important to rap, and then especially like that coast. Yeah, Biggie and Tupac are like, because you know they career was parallel pretty much. So just like you see Tupac on people wall, you see Biggie on people wall, you see Biggie on, you know, people's shirts and stuff like that. And Biggie, you know, he always say when he was rapping, he got away with saying whatever he wanted to in rap, and people were just rapping along with him, quoting it. And obviously, you know, he wrote for Kim, which Kim was one of the biggest rappers, and she was a blueprint for other rappers, no female rappers. So it's like, yeah, he was impactful in himself, but then impactful with her as well. I'm gonna just transition to Faith Evans because he was married to Faith Evans, and she is Gemini too. So I'm just gonna trend in. You know, Tupac mentioned her in the song. I don't think she was actually with him, but she, you know, he mentioned the song to get back at Biggie or whatever. So all these Gemini are just entangled together, child. Like, what is going on? What's happening? But yeah, Faith, obviously, the vocals, fake vocals is you know, amazing. Like when people be talking about people like sort of vocals and stuff, they don't talk about her enough as far as R&B. She went on to be in Love and Hip Hop with CBJ and and it was like a whole bunch of stuff. I think she was on Love and Hip Hop. I know she was on this, I don't know if they had their own show or something. She was on something on TV channel. I don't be keeping up with that stuff. But yeah, so mention her top because I tied in with him. Then with Tupac, to me, I feel like Left Eye ties into him. Left Eye. When people mention rappers, they don't mention her enough. Maybe because she's a part of a group, but they don't be mentioning her enough. But, you know, TLC was on. I wish she would have acted more like, you know, Aaliyah. This ain't about Aaliyah, I mean, because, you know, but I was saying like Aaliyah and Tupac. These things, like, you know, in movies. So we have movies too to go back. And also their music, but we have movies to go back to. But I wish Left Eye was in more movies. Like, she did good in House Party 3, but it's like I wish we would have seen her more, you know. I'm pretty sure eventually she would have, but I, like, obviously it was too late. But I just wish I would have seen her more. Like, I really love what Left Eye. I feel like I dressed up at some one time for Halloween. Like, like when I was like middle school time. I just love Left Eye so much. I just resonated with her so much, like connection to her so much. She was just so pretty, and obviously they like one of the prettiest groups ever, TLC. Yeah, I wish she would have been in more stuff. Like, yeah, we got her on the group, and she, you know, she's featured in like Donnell Jones songs, which I love.
What up? Say what? Holla if you hear me, cause Left Eye gon' shine. My love is furious, cause I believe in blowing up spots.
Tupac got a song together. I think, no, two. They got 2 songs together that I be listening to.
I won't allow it, so the cowards live under the dirt and the flowers. Ready to come up in the dark, it's ours.
After the fire comes the rain, after the pleasure there's pain. Y'all remember me, legendary, live eternally.
I know you feel me, it's untouchable. To make my mark before I leave, let me breathe.
You know.
But I be listening to it. I'ma put the songs in here, but I be really rapping them.
Quiero coger.
Oh, real. Look in my eyes and you'll find peace. A Gemini.
From Gemini to Gemini. Can you imagine your trouble? Couple things over
them. Like, I just love it. Like I said, her and Donnell Jones, and also,
look, this black, this is Honey Daniels.
You know, one of the members of Black was her cousin. I don't know if that was real. I think it was real.
Gonna run you.
You know how it was fake. Like, you paid percentage brothers and cousin, and that was all fake. But I think this was actually real.
I started Left Eye Productions officially. So now I have a group called Black. It's my first release on Sony. 3 beautiful young ladies. They can sing their hearts out.
And she was on a Black song. I be like, Black was good too. I listen to Black. I love Black.
It's never been about money, cars, diamonds, or rings.
But people don't mention her enough as a rapper. But like I said, maybe because she was a part of a group. But yeah, I just love that vibe. And Tupac, and I feel like one time I've seen something. I feel like it was an interview or something. She was like, she went in Tupac's house or something, and everything they had was similar. Because obviously they both Geminis, and everything they had was similar. She was like, that was so great.
Tupac, what did he mean to me? It was a little weird being in the presence of Tupac, and we're very similar. Similar to the point where we almost clashed. Both Geminis, and it was almost like 4 people being in a room. You know, and I don't know if this has any significance, but I was born on an odd day, the 27th, and he was born on the 16th, which equals to 7 and odd day, and we were odd. It was very odd when we were together. I got a chance to go to his house a few months before he passed on, and it was weird. It was a very weird experience because everything that was in my cabinets was in his cabinets. It's down to the seasonings in the kitchen, you know, the types of food that we ate, the pot set, the chairs that we sat in. I look at the way his life was, and I don't know, I see a lot of that in me.
I think they had some little type of thing, but I don't really try. You know, that's what room was circulating back then. But I love that vibe. Since I'm not female rappers, I might as well transition to other female rappers. Rasheeda, I know this is just not like, let's be like, ooh, iconic, but Rasheeda stood out to me personally because, like I said, rappers. And then Rasheeda at one point was my favorite rapper, female rapper. At one point, like a certain time, I don't know, whenever she was doing her Boss Bitch mixtapes, well, I don't listen to them anymore, and I can't remember a song from them. But at that time, I was listening to them heavy, quoting them heavy. Like I said, I can't remember them now, but at that time, I was listening to them so heavy. I don't know how I was listening to them so heavy now. I don't even know nothing from it.
I think I'm I'm Rasheeda, ho. You can't gas me up. I'm a full tank.
Like when I was younger, I used to watch What's Happening. I don't remember none of the characters. My mom was like, that was my favorite show. I don't remember none of the characters and nothing. I can't tell you nothing from that show, but I used to watch it all the time. So it's just like this. Like I used to listen to mixtape all the time, and she was my favorite rapper at that point. The times I listened to her so heavy. But people don't mention her enough as far as rappers, especially like, you know, female rappers in the South. But she had like a little run for real, and then we can transition to, you know, cause whatever now what's going on, little hip hop people talking about her, talking about like she whatever. But they don't got nothing to do with nothing. It ain't my business. Then Remy, my sis, we talking about Gemini female rappers. My mention Remy before she went to jail was one of my favorites too, like favorite female rappers at the time because she was big. I remember one time. I was on a dance team. I was going to dance to a song that was at the time. Look too good to be worried. I think that was the song that I'm thinking about. Where she was in the video. She had a hat on and she was like kind of outside. Don't quote me on this. It was a while ago. I can't remember. It did even her as a rapper now. Like, you know, her and Fat Joe when they had their little stuff together. That was good.
Pop shit. I hit him up. I'm talking color money. Purple yin and blue germ.
One time she was my favorite too. Favorite rapper. Like for like a Senate time, like, you know, before she went to jail, whatever. Obviously, if she went to jail, she probably would have been way bigger, but we don't know that. I mean, people who you can just guess. But so I mentioned her since the top the female rappers. So we can talk about Kendrick Lamar because he's like probably the biggest rapper right now that people are talking about and stuff, you know. And I've talked about him a bit, so I'm not gonna do too much. I'm just mentioning him, you know. You know, he mentioned Tupac a lot too, and then you know. He also mentioned Prince. Prince is a Gemini. He's the top three. I was talking about Tupac, Biggie, and Prince. Those are three Geminis people mention when they, if you want to say mention Geminis, those are three people mention. Actually, it's another Gemini that I'm not going to mention that people talk about too, but I just didn't want to associate with Geminis, so I'm not going to mention him. Oh, Prince, I think the camera was, so I don't think that I said, well, I said it, but I don't think it was in when I re-recorded it. But Prince, I would say people love Prince when, you know, people mention the two biggest, like, R&B pop male artists. They always say Prince and Michael, like they compare them, how they compare Tupac and Biggie. Like obviously Prince is iconic. Like Purple Rain, I didn't see growing up, but I saw like as an adult or whatever. It wasn't it was great that people make it seem, but obviously I think it was just a time. Certain stuff is just good for the time. But yeah, like, and then I like Prince's like newer stuff that he had, like Breakfast Can't Wait and stuff like that. Yeah, just something else that was on the radio. I've been listening to the radio lately because I feel like I've been in a cave. I don't know what's going on music, so I've been listening to the radio a little more. So something that came on because it was just to like an older station, a throwback. It was a throwback. It played Prince. It was something. I can't remember what it is right now.
Kiss.
Prince did what he wanted to do. Like he didn't care what he did. Then women, everybody's child like a child. It is what it is. You like it or you don't. I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm pretty. I'm gonna do what I want to do. But yeah, him, like, you know, him play instruments and being great and all this other stuff, like, just an overall amazing artist. And yeah, I listen to Michael more than Prince, but I do have somewhat of a connection to Prince. But I do, yeah, I did listen to Michael more, just like I listen to Tupac more. It just kind of is what it is, or Biggie. It's not like a either or thing or competition. I'm just saying, just one I like more. Aunty Patti, once about Aunty Patti, I talked about it with the camera read it again. So, Aunty Patti, I love Aunty Patti. Like, background singers, where y'all at?
We're my background singers, and it's the wrong words on the cue cards. I don't know the song. I have the right words, and I have no background singers.
Me and my mama always say it because it's so funny. Like, if some ain't going around, going messed up, Patti, background singers, where y'all at? Because it's so funny.
If I can't see the words, I don't know. Trying, y'all.
Wrong for that, but it was so funny. You know, she older child. She didn't know the words. It was last minute, but I love Aunty Patti. Aunty Patti gonna speak her mind. Aunty Patti gonna sing down, child. She might not know the words, but she gonna give you some runs or whatever. You know, she really be real comfortable on stage. Shoes all comfortable. She you know she can sing down, honey. Her pie should go too. I tried to teach her. It was good. You know, sometimes people be hyping stuff up, saying stuff good and it'll be good. You try to be nasty, you like try to buy. But this is actually sugary, so you don't need to be eating all the time. But yeah, it was actually pretty good because vanilla ice cream, it was really good. So she really ate the pies. She ate singing, she ate pies, so she really did that. Oh, I just thought about this. Patti was Dwayne's mama in Different World, and she really did that. Like, I don't know why she didn't get more in her acting bag, but I did a video about Mother. She was the mama in Different World, and she actually really did really good. Like, she was a really good mother. Like, she really ate that role for real. She did like Whitley at first, and Miss Thang, then Prune, what she used to be in Prune Pie, child, prune pie. Miss Thing, Miss Thing.
You want a prune cobbler?
No,
I get it. No,
I'll get it.
I'm a knight.
You're not gonna lay here anymore.
It's my job.
Your job.
I'm mad now, honey.
Then Keanu, whatever his new girl was, he was dating when he came back from China or whatever, or Asia or whatever. And she had thought his mom was a maid or something. He was like, oh, she didn't have that. Patty didn't have that. Whatever.
Not be another maid. I'm Dwayne's mother.
Oh, my goodness, Mrs. Wayne. I'm so sorry.
Wayne, let me get your coat.
Miss Wayne, what are you doing here? Well, that's a very good question.
I'm the new maid.
Wayne, you better start explaining things now.
So yeah, her acting was good too. So her pie good, acting good, child. You know, she cooked down. Pam Grier. I didn't necessarily grow up on Pam Grier, you know, her is Foxy Brown and stuff like that. But I grew up on her as far as stuff like, you know, she was in an episode of Wayans Brothers. She was in an episode of Mark.
I want to dedicate this song to a special lady in my life. Perry.
Oh, you are so sweet, Jerome.
Not you, John. I'm talking about Sheba, baby. This one goes out to you, girl.
Like, you know, and I always felt connected to her, but like I said, I didn't grow up on her and Foxy Brown and watching that stuff, but you know, she's iconic. People, you know, she was people's women crush, like big women crush, you know, back in the day or whatever. Like, she was one of people's tops back in the day. So I do love Pam Grier, and I'm trying to go through it faster because I had already talked about this, but the camera overheated. Lenny Kravitz, like I said, I don't necessarily saying musically, but aesthetically, I like how expressive he is. I like how he, you know, do his thing, get out the way. Like I said, I'm not really connected to any of his music or anything, but I feel like people talk about him, but they don't necessarily not hear it. I'm hearing talk about his music, but I feel like him, just his presence and him aesthetically and how expressive he feels and just free he feels. Like, you know, like I said, like he do his thing, get out the way, which I like. And I feel like I said, he's still mentioned, but in different types of ways. Lauryn Hill, obviously I love Lauryn Hill down, child. Like, she do her little 1-2 and get out the way. Like, she did her little album, not little album, but she did her album, let us know she can do it at the highest tier. She did her album and then left us. She did Sister Act, acted down and left us. Like, she just do her 1-2, let us know she can do it, and then she leave. Like, look, y'all just get one, I'll let y'all know I can do it, then I'm done. Y'all just better keep watching Sister Act. Y'all better keep listening to X Factor, because that's how y'all get them. Keep touring it, and y'all gonna keep watching me, because I'm just that great. I love that. You gotta love that. Like, she let us know she could do it and then leave. She give us one and go. She's not doing too much. Like, she acted down in Sister Act, then she left us. Yeah, she sung down in X Factor, then you ain't got nothing else. Venus Williams. I love Venus Williams. People always talk about Serena, but you know, Venus and her was, you know, on the same level, or, you know, training together and doing similar things, you know, on the same playing field. So I feel like Venus, I love Venus. I feel like she's low key. She do what she's great and then get out the way. Like, she done competed on a higher level and then she get out the way. Like, she don't do too much. Like, she knows she just do this, and then she's just great. She's one of the best female athletes ever, and there's just that on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I said people always mention Serena. Venus, you know, done did the stuff too, and she's just more low key. But you know, she done did the stuff too. I mean, I just gotta love that. Like, you love somebody just so good at what they do, but just real low key with it. Let my stuff speak for itself, child. Ice Cube. I raved about Ice Cube. You know, I don't know if I can rave that much about. I love Ice Cube. Everything that he has done, like, he's one of the best Geminis. Everything he has done, it's been well. Like, movies, directing, shows, because he had already there at the show, the movies, directing the shows, the rapping, like, everything he do amazingly. Like, he has never did something that I was like, oh no, Ride Along, but Kevin Hart did that good. All the Fridays, all of the Benjamins, Janky Rollers, like, everything he has done well. I've never not seen him not do something well. You can like him as a person, I don't know, but him, what he brings creative, he does well. So hopefully with this last Friday, he do good. He ain't let us down yet. So hopefully he'll be trying to make it to new school and incorporate all the new people and all this. I want to see how to cater to the people that watched it growing up, you know. And I don't care about these new people. I don't care what they like or what they want. But he ain't let us down there, so hopefully he make it good. I hope he don't try to make it too young, because who cares if they like it or not? It's not for them. Like, Like, I don't need no newer person. He can put him in if he make it good, but I'm saying I don't need it. I don't need to see newer people. I want to see the people that was already in it. I don't need to see nobody newer. I think Pops ain't there no more either. Maybe, you know, they gonna be at his funeral or something. That's the only thing I can think of. Like, how are you going to incorporate him without incorporating it? Like, obviously without him being there. So, and then Keenan Wayans, I love Keenan Wayans. He's like the mecca, obviously, of the Wayans. He started everything, birthed the whole Wayans dynasty pretty much, as far as like creativity and then living color and stuff. And I always want a documentary, like not necessarily about living color, just about how he went from, you know, all the kids in the house to how he transitioned to I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, which it's on my list to watch. I've never seen it, but I'm gonna watch it. So I feel like Damon Wayans was talking about Shannon Sharp, which that Shannon Sharp interview with Damon Wayans was just so good. Like, it was so captivating. It was as captivating as the Cat Williams, but it wasn't as necessary salacious. It was salacious stuff, and I suppose, but it was just so captivating for them 2 hours, not because of Shannon Sharp, but because of Damon. Like, it was just so good. So let's talk about Keenan. I just got distracted because he said something about I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, and he was talking about it, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, because I ain't never watched it. I don't know why I never watched it, but I never. It's on the list to watch. I watch it eventually. Oh yeah, so Keenan Wayans, I always talk about, like I said, Little Dirty Shame is my favorite movie. I always want like some type of doc about how he started, like how he went into the house with all them people, and him and Robin Townsend, and how Robin Townsend got on. Like, you know, I know Keenan got on through Robert, but how did Robert get on, and how did they meet? Was it in school? I think they was best friends or something. But like, I just want to know all the story because it's interesting to me. But then, you know, Robert Townsend, I think, is Aquarius, and Gemini and Aquarius, as far as creativity, especially men, they pair so well together. Like Gemini and Aquarius men, creatively pair, like it's a lot of elements I can name, like this Aquarius and Gemini pair as men, creativity, they pair well together, and it's like a good duo. So like them and how they work together. And then, you know, Keenan, he's not like Tyler Perry. I'm not saying this bad about Tyler Perry. You know, when you see Tyler Perry stuff, it's like Tyler Perry's duplicity, Tyler Perry's house, okay, Tyler Perry's this. Keenan is more on the background and stuff. Like, you see his name in the credits, obviously, but you have to look for it. It's not like loud, or, you know, somebody that's on it might say it, but you have to look for it. And I just really love it, like how he just, his work speaks for itself. And he has so many babies, not actual babies, but like birth babies, like, and then they all got their own babies. Like, it's just like a whole tree of creativity, and I just love it. He just really did that, and I just like it how he put everybody on, and he don't have to have a part of their stuff. They do mention him and give him his flowers, which I'm glad they do, but they don't necessarily have to do it, but they do it. And it's like not like he want a part of their stuff. Like, he not like, oh, this person needs to mention, this person needs to mention. I don't know if he said behind the scenes, because we don't really see him, but I'm saying it don't get that. Like, I just, look, I did this stuff because I thought y'all was good, and y'all, I was right, y'all went to be good, and then y'all went to help other people, and then other people helped them other people. Like, I just love that, love that, love that, love that. Oh, Andre 3000, I don't know if I mentioned Kendrick, like I said, because the camera overheated. So Kendrick, obviously, he's a Gemini, you know, he always mentions Tupac and Prince, and because, you know, you probably feel tired of them too. But Andre 3000, and he mentioned him too. Andre 3000, I feel like Andre 3000, people, he was a part of a group, you know, him and Big Boy, Outkast, he was a part of a group. So it's just like Left Eye, since they were part of the group, they obviously get mentioned. Like, he obviously get mentioned a lot because his verses and stuff, but he don't have, like, he have a flute project or whatever, child. I didn't listen to it, but like, you know, like, he don't have just his own stuff, which he don't necessarily have to have. Like I said, he was a part of the group, and he did so well in the group, and people still mention him, but they would have mentioned him more, you know, he was more of a solo, or went solo, but like, his verses are so good. That's how you know you good. It's not like you not a solo artist, but your stuff's so good in a group, and people mention you so much and quote you so much, and like, he's a rapper's favorite rapper, and that's how you know somebody good. When like comedian's favorite comedian, that's how you know they're a good comedian. Allen Iverson, you know, he created a whole wave, you know, growing up and stuff. People wanted to be like him, and he created what it looked like to be an NBA player, as far as, like, you know, aesthetically, and he created the whole thing with that. So I think that's great, and that's beautiful. Like, I don't necessarily feel like I personally have a personal tie with him, but I know a lot of people mention him, and I know, like, he's a blueprint for a lot of stuff, you know, sitting around NBA and stuff like that. I'm not a cornrow girl, but I don't like cornrows on me, and I really don't like hair on me, and so I know he did that for me, but I don't particularly like it. That's probably why I didn't have a connection with it. Because growing up, if it was like a dude, I could have liked him, like a singer or something, having cornrows, but I just never felt anything. I was just like, I just never liked it, even from a kid. I just don't like it. But so that's probably why I didn't feel related. People always talk about him for, you know, everything he done did. Oh, Carmelo Anthony, a Gemini too, and he, you know, I don't know if he created like a big slam how Allen Iverson did, but I just thought of him because I was talking about Allen Iverson and they double Geminis, whatever. Hey, Naomi Campbell. I just wanted to mention different genres. I mentioned Naomi Campbell. You know, she's one of the big supermodels. Her Tyra. When I think of supermodels, I think of them too. You know, she's one of the biggest supermodels ever. So I wanted to mention different genres of Gemini. So I included Naomi Campbell. And like, obviously, people think she's stunning and this and this. I don't know if people like her personality wise. I don't know if they do or not. I don't know. But just her is an iconic supermodel. If you're mentioning supermodels, you're going to mention her. It just is what it is. You can't mention all the like supermodels without mentioning her. That's your top 5, top 3, whatever. I don't put this on the list because I want to mention a comedian, and I feel like he's the only comedian that I think of this Gemini is Duval. Oh, I think kdot's comedian too. Don't quote me, and I'm not completely sure, but I think he is. But he's like necessarily not the biggest Duval. But I feel like he started a lot of stuff too. It was something he started back in the day. What was it? It was something that he started back in the day. I don't know, but you know, people. He be stirring up a lot of stuff, what he be saying and his opinion, and people misreading what he say and da 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 da. But you know, he's gonna stand on his opinion, and people eventually get over it. I feel like that's his model. People eventually get over it. It's like people don't be mad for long, or they just be mad at something that just like, what is you being mad at? You reaching like you trying to find something that's wrong with what I'm saying or whatever. I feel like all these Geminis have something that's coming. Like aesthetically, like people, they are big on pushing the needle for us aesthetics, like for anything aesthetic. It could be anything unnecessary, gotta be fashion. I got as far as like a kind of Geminis, I'm pretty sure I've missed some people, but off the top of my head, when I was talking about it, quickly thinking, you know, I missed some Geminis. There's those ones that popped in my head, and I might have mentioned some others that made me think of when I was just talking. But that's all I got. Bye.